Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and this really short video is for those of you who are thinking about starting a blog in 2021 and are considering the Ghost platform. Ghost is really a great blogging platform for authors and teachers and coaches and brands and just about any sort of publishing platform you can imagine. They have built-in memberships and newsletter and subscriptions, and that's something you really can't get on WordPress without extending WordPress in all sorts of sometimes complicated ways with paid plugins and integrations and all sort of things like that. This is actually built in to Ghost. So you really have this incredible competitive advantage from jump in that you really don't have to code anything or do anything. You're simply just setting this up on in a default installation, and you have all these really great tools kind of available to you by default. For an example, like this newsletter here, I mean, this is available to me just by dint of getting my Ghost install set up and then using the labs area of our install. I'm saying this badly, but essentially just toggling on the fact that I want a newsletter, and immediately I have that newsletter set up. You can also do some really cool and creative things with Ghost. Design-wise, that I find you can't do on WordPress. WordPress certainly has far more themes, far more developers and designers and folks who are building themes and sort of designs for WordPress communities. And I love and use WordPress every day, and that's not going to change. But I think for projects that I create or that I'm involved in now that have some sort of monetization oriented bent, and really you can argue all of our platforms and products these days should at least be somewhat centric to a business generating idea or framework or plan. I think Ghost really just builds that into the bundle in a way that you simply can't do with WordPress. So the thing I wanted to tell you about in this video, if you're interested in Ghost, we just launched this brand new platform called Blurt. And Blurt is the idea incubator and brand accelerator for enlightened entrepreneurs with a need for speed. So we're actually using this as a way of getting many of the folks in our Mindful Marketplace community to start writing their books and publishing blogs and building their communities and really getting up and running with super speed. So we have this 3-day offer where we're actually building a site like this. This is our site, but a site just like this using Ghost in 3 days. So if you're interested in really getting a Ghost blog up and running, and you've struggled with the tools or the tech or the plugins, there are no plugins with Ghost, but if you struggle with that on WordPress or similar sorts of platforms, we'll do this for you in 3 days. And you can get the link in the description box below. We're also doing free work for folks who have a very limited budget. So if you're interested in launching a Ghost blog in 2021, but are on a really bootstrap budget where you have a dire financial need, we're offering 20% of our services in 2021 for free as part of this effective altruism movement, which I believe is the idea there is that folks should be giving 10% of their income away in the course of a year to charities and services that are doing really good work in the world. Well, we're not going to do that, but instead, what I am willing to do is give 20% of our work away over the next 12 months and hopefully beyond, and see if we can really empower other entrepreneurs who have meaningful messages to share with the world, really give you the ability to get your ideas and your work and your words and your passion and purpose out into the world by leveraging our experience and our expertise, and see if that scales this strategy, this effective altruism idea in an entrepreneurial way. So again, if you're interested in launching a ghost blog, and you have no money and you're really sincere and serious, send an email to hi@mindfulmarketplace.com. Put ghost in the subject line, and I'll tell you a little bit about the program. Essentially, we'll build you a site much like this one for free. The only cost that you would incur would be hosting, and that's the last thing and that's not to us. You'd be paying that to a ghost host. The last thing that I'm going to say in this video is, if anybody watching this wants to know how to save, really 50%, 60% or more off their ghost hosting, I'll share with you the really great host that we're using for this site and other sites like this. That's, like kind of under the radar, but significantly less expensive than you'd pay for Ghost Pro. And again, you can either send me an email, hi@mindfulmarketplace.com, and I'll send you a link to that service, or I may even post it in the YouTube description box as well, so you can just click on that link and save legitimately 50% or more off Ghost hosting. And the reason I say all this is because one of the just sort of the sticking points with Ghost I'm finding with people that I'm talking to about using Ghost is the cost of Ghost Pro hosting. Ghost Pro hosting, I think, is somewhere on a monthly basis of, I think, in the $40 a month range, or if you pay for it upfront for the year, which most folks are not doing, it's closer to maybe $30 a month. And for a lot of people, that's a lot of coin to have to pay every month just for hosting. So, we've reached out to a number of different hosting solutions for Ghost, and I've settled on one recently that I really, really like. And I'll share that with you if you reach out and ask. Okay, and it also may be in the YouTube, description box below. I have to decide whether I want to post that in a public way. All right. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And as always, if you're interested in our free pro bono service, please feel free to reach out to us, hi@mindfulmarketplace.com, and I'm happy to help. Thanks again.